Okay, this is the first video showing an individual sling and its many uses. Negative rigging will be shown toward the end of the film. This is going over the simple white X rigging ring slings. We have a 10-footer. The one shown there is 7 foot. We discontinued that because it seemed to be too short. We have a 10-footer and we have a 25-footer. It has no spliced eye on the other side. It just has a tail and a 28 by 20 X rigging ring right there. This is a low friction ring to run rigging ropes through. Now, you'll find the safe working loads on all the slings. We're going to use this little ginkgo tree here as a miniature scale version to explain something. These slings can be used as redirects in a tree to use the tree shape to make your rigging stronger and the tree stronger. Now here's an interesting thing. This sling is tied to your location. So, midlining your rigging, if you wanted to remove it from its location, you don't have to pull the rigging rope all the way through your system and pull it out of the ring. You can just simply untie it from its location. Say if that limb was going to be cut off next, you could untie it from that location and move it to another location. So it is midline movable. The rings, of course, are solid and you can't attach them midline. But the tieable white X rigging ring sling is midline movable. Lawrence Schultz in New York brought that point up, and he uses it every now and then to do that. You'll see up top is a triple rigging ring sling. That is for terminal rigging using a crotch. And I don't know what the heck I was saying there, so doing a voiceover here. Hey, if you already know how to do redirects and you know how to use the white sling for vertical speed lines, you may jump toward the end of this film, jump to right around 22 minutes and 50 seconds, and we'll get into a very exciting topic of adding a beast ring to this sling for negative rigging. Like that. Now we're going to go into speed line. Okay, Matt, I'm going to talk it through it for the people watching. Take that bull rope and choke around the base of that little tiny log there. Just in a running bowlines, you know, marl. This is his vertical speed line. And we're doing the first one nice and small, which you should. All your rigging. Take the first limb this small. Take a small log. Get used to it. Okay, now go ahead and take your saw and cut an open face notch, or just a notch directed toward the bottom zone on the ground. Right there. Okay. He doesn't have the rigging rings yet, the white ones. So, Adam, go ahead and tie his climbing line to the bottom rigging ring. Sling. Tie it near the eye, closest to the ring, the better. Alright, so Adam got tied to the bottom rigging ring, and now Matt, you can go ahead and haul him up to you.
Coming up.
It'll work a little better if Adam pulls down on that speed line just a little bit to tighten it up. You could just, there we go. Alright, let me catch up. So Matt, that bottom rigging ring, the one closest to the ground, that's the one you're going to tie off to that log. And Adam, slack up his line a lot, because he's actually going to pull that butt line, the bull line up to him a little bit. It works really nice with keeping control so a log doesn't fall backwards on you too. It gives a little bit of front pull. You can just drop the long one, Matt. That little one will hold it there for now, and I'll tell you what to do with it later. So stretch that short one up to the log and tie a running bowlines. If it's long enough, you can tie more on the running bowlines. I think just tie a running bowline. Tie it where you want, and then we can slide it up a little bit after you get it tied. All right. Since you got a little bit of drop there, see that eye that rings down a little bit? Go ahead and slide up the log a little more. Alright, I like it. That's decent. Now, you don't want the other one falling to the ground, the one that's second. So go ahead and put that on a D-ring or something on your belt. It's above that ring, and there's no way it's going to get caught and go with it. And if you're worried about it, you could wrap it around the tree or something. If you're worried about it catching on something. But I always put it on my belt for get it ready for the next log. Alright, so you got the log tied off. Now the groundman needs to pull that vertical speed line tight. Adam's going to pull it real tight and put a wrap on it. Since that puller wrap flops around, you're going to need to flop that puller wrap toward it and pull the slack out. Nice. Very good. You can see here he's got the run it through the orange 10X rigging ring at the base of the tree, and then it goes all the way up the tree fairly straight to where he has it choked. The vertical speed line is choked around the tree, and the white rigging ring there, sling, is tied to the tree. If you wanted to treat the ring a little nicer, you could slide that chase sleeve right up with the choke, but we're good. It's a small diameter, not a problem. Okay, Matt, so you can talk to Adam and you can go when you're ready. There's no control in this, people. It's all dropping to the ground, but the vertical speed line is going to pinpoint it to the ground location.
Ready, Matt? Okay, cutting.
Clear.
Clear.
Nice. Now let's take a look at it. Don't loosen up yet, Adam. Alright. Right smack into the ground, right at the base of the tree. No bouncing up, no flipping around. Just drop and stuck. Alright. So now, what you could do is loosen up on your rigging line. And if Matt was on a regular spar instead of a crotch, he could just loosen that bowlines up and slide down to the next piece. In this case, since he has so many nubs and stuff there, you're probably just going to put it on his belt and tie it on again. Now the rings are tough. They're not likely to get beaten up. If they do, they don't cost much. But he's going to take the log off just to stop further bouncing. If you had turf and you didn't want it messed up, you could have had a pile of brush down here or else tires. And then you could bomb your logs on top of that. Go ahead and cut your notch while you're still tied into it. We'll back you up and watch you and make sure you don't have a memory lapse or something there.
Okay, cutting my notch, staying clear.
Clear. Alright, that'll be fine. Matt, if you wanted to slide it up more, there's a tip for people. Grab that rigging ring eye and shove it up, and it'll give you slack to be able to slide that thing up there. And it's even safer if you can get it over top of a nub or something. Get that pressure off. There you go, he's got it. See that? He's getting it right up there. Sweet. Alright, that's looking great. Now he's still tied in above the log, and he told us he was going to do that. So we're keeping in mind. Make sure he doesn't lose concentration and start making his cut.
I'm going to pull my line out.
Alright, pull your line out. He's using a friction saver. The groundman go ahead and tighten up when he's ready. And if you see this, that kind of setup is actually going to pull down on that log in the front and help a little bit from that log wanting to set back on the cut.
Okay. Set up.
Alright, man, tighten the line up.
Yep.
And if you didn't have a porter wrap, you could do a wrap around a tree. You just have to bundle your rope up.
Alright, we're ready, Matt. Okay.
We are notching, he notched it.
Clear.
Okay, I'm ready whenever you're ready.
Okay, all clear? Clear. Here it goes. Beautiful.
Nice. Alright, so he just dropped that log, and he's now onto a vertical trunk here. So he's just going to open that choking bowlines up. It's the speed line, vertical speed line. He just opened it up, and he's sliding it down to the base of the next log length that he wants to take. Now his next sling that he has with him is a really long white one. It's going to be a little bit long for this case, but he'll use it up with a couple of marls or half hitches.
I'm tied it to the top and go ahead and cut my notch.
He's telling us that he's still tied in, and he's going to cut his notch, and he's aware of it.
All clear? Clear.
Clear! The location of pulling on the log is going to be on the first marl there. Now if you wanted to be real nice to your sling, you could have slid your chafe sleeve right at that point. That point is the one that gets most of the force applied to it. So that first marl, half hitch, choke, that's where you would put a chafe sleeve if you wanted to be extra nice to your slings. The white one is the sling that was already used to lower. The closer you had them to the ground, the nicer you're going to be on the rings from keeping them from slapping together.
I'm ready, Matt. Okay.
Super tight? Super duper tight?
Tight as I can get it.
Awesome. Now if you want to get it extra tight, you could have a couple of blocks for some mechanical advantage, or you could have a GRCS or hubs. I'm ready when you're ready.
Okay. Clear. Cutting.
Nice.
That was great.
Okay.
It lands exactly where it needs to.
I'm saying it's really important to go ahead and load it up with a bunch of wraps. Sometimes as the log hits the ground and wants to flip, it's going to pull on that line pretty good. So he was saying it works a lot better if you go ahead and put extra wraps on it.
Would it be good to lock it off too? I mean, you can tie it off.
You could. It's just going to slow the operation down a little bit for him to unwrap it all and unlock it, but he definitely could. I mean, he could be doing something. He could lock it off and go do something else, for that matter.
For me up here, it doesn't shake me one bit.
You just drop in the logs, and you don't have to rely on the groundman being a good runner, huh?
No, not at all.
Just drop them. It's just like bombing them out, but it's got some control to it to help the logs stay in one location where you set the base of the vertical speed line anchor up. And again, I will point out, it would be great for steep hillsides where you don't want logs hitting the ground and flipping and going down a hill. Great for small locations where you have a small area that you can hit logs into the ground, but you don't want them bouncing out of the area. Alright, so he dropped the log off. Now he's going to loosen up the choke on the vertical speed line. He's not going to untie it. He's just going to loosen it up and slide it down the log to the next location. He's getting his lanyard out of the way. There it goes. Nice. Now we won't have any rope on it. We should. Yeah. That's enough run you can hold up. That's perfect. That's real nice. Let's let it settle down and you think that speed line needs tightened up or it might be good? Alright. 1 second out. Okay, go ahead. You're clear. Nice. Over the bushes. Right onto the mats. That was. Okay, this is the 10-footer, 28 by 20 ring on one side, nothing on the other side, X-rigging ring sling. I'm going to take a beast ring, add the beast to it with the alpine butterfly. So I kind of do the butterfly loose at first. The beast in there. And then cinch it down. It's going to be interesting to see after we get some big weights on it, yanking on it, how easily that comes out. And then Matt, if you stand right there, 2 legs, we're just going to use the tail to go through the original one and just timber hitch it. Trying to do it the same place. alpine butterfly is a midline knot for a loop. That should work nice. So we got two right over top of each other. Yep. I'll probably put my lanyard on over top of it when I'm done. See how easy this is. That's gonna be sweet. Matt, that is a timber hitch, right? Proper name for it, right? Just make sure I'm not saying something weird. Man, that is fast, easy setup. If this works real well, this is going to be sweet. Hitting together, I'll go this way on this one. Why not? A lot of your wraps on the back side of the tree would be important. Trying to get up to the front. And I don't even with anything else. Put my lanyard above it. I got a climbing line in on the crane just for safety. Normally I would probably put my lanyard below it down here and my climbing line above it. I do one and the other, not both up top, because you could bounce them both off. Anyway, let's take a look at that. I think that's going to be sweet. Alright, you good? Why don't you try to go into a fast run and see if you can slow it down near the ground like we're trying to protect the yard. Just try to get my GoPro to see the rings, monitor what they look like. Okay, ready? Oh, that's sweet. Nice run, nice job, perfect. I think I felt a little bit of warmth right away. It's gone now though. I'm just curious how tight they don't look tight at all. So that was a small log, but it doesn't look like it'd be hard to get out. Let's try it. I gotta work with it a little bit. What I do is just get enough slack to get the ring out. We don't have much experience loosening up an alpine butterfly to get a ring out. It's new. Okay. So once that's out, then that should be easy now. Oh yeah. Numb hands. It's a really cold day today. It's supposed to be blowing, so we're not doing tree work today. Yeah, that wasn't bad at all. go. Beast ring added with an alpine butterfly. Beast ring inside the alpine butterfly loop. And this is just our 10-footer white X-rigging ring. Negative blocking. Boom. Slapped around the tree. Pull tight. Real tight. Timber hitch it. Didn't need that many wraps. Alright. There's my lowering point, but I say you should use 2 V-strings for anything with any size. Slap this one around. And actually, let's go the other way. Line up the V-strings right over top of each other. Alright. Cinch it up. I didn't get that one very tight. Get them over top each other. This one's a little looser. We're going to drop massive weight on this, so I'm just trying to get them pretty good. That should be alright. I'll take that rigging line, please. We're going to shock load this time. Alright, here's up top after that severe shock loading. We still have the log on there. Huh, they're not. You know what's real interesting? Of course the ring's dug in and stripped down the bark. But you see all these other lines? That's from the wraps. That's the concentration of a wrap being underneath that rope. Just a knuckle of that wrap digging in ripped that bark down. I'll go ahead and take this off and see how tight the alpine butterflies are. See if we got any like damage points, wear points. I'm trying to keep this camera. I don't have my GoPros are all dead. So see how hard this is. Oh, that's nice. It's easy to get off. The wraps are easy to take off. Sappy. Ooh-wee. A little bit of wear on there. A little bit of wear on the 10X where it slid down the trunk. The size of the knot. But each one of those knuckles on the wraps has got some scuffs too. Ooh-wee. Rings look great. The beasts they're not even marked up at all from banging together. Look at all that nastiness. That's a little tight. Yeah, it's a little hard to work at it on the ground. See what it looks like. Look at all that nasty bark jammed in and everything. Oof. All right, dropping this one in the snow. Coming down.
Work it out.
Yeah. I mean that was severe shock loading. But I see you getting movement already.
My hands are freezing too.
Oh, you already got movement, so it's definitely able to get out. And you didn't bang it on anything, did you? Yeah. Nice. Oh yeah. That's gonna be possible to get it out of there. It said the scale's within 20 pounds accurate. He's gonna put it right on the scale. Good. 2,440. Yep. 2,440. 40 inches by 4 feet long. That was loud. Woo! Oh, yeah, tomorrow. Let's walk around and see where it broke.
That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Look at that. So there's the bowling. And
Around
definitely
here.
broke the log. That snapped.
Yeah, man, that was good.
Man.
Sweet. That was really good. Yeah, this ring's